Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be on a really easy summer makeup look. I'm going to be doing the makeup and Aoibh's going to be the model. I just want to enhance what she already has. I don't want to change anything about her face. I want her to look like her but just glowed up. We're not hairdressers, but we tried.
Planet sprayed my hair with this beach wave effect.
Yeah, we used this Guyssss. We put that through our hair. It smells so nice, doesn't it?
Oh, it actually smells expensive.
So I'm just going to apply a primer, an illuminating primer. I'm using this one from Essence, and I'm just going to apply that all over her face because I want this look to be really dewy, really illuminating, and I want her skin to really stand out. So it's really important to prep your skin. It gives a really nice glow to the skin. But I don't know whether you'll be able to see it on camera. I'm going to try this out on Aoibh and see if it's nice. It's the MAC Water Weight. What I prefer is to apply with a flat brush first and then to buff it out with a foundation one like this. So I'm just going to go in and give her the lightest coverage I can. Oh my god, this foundation is so nice. And now I'm just going to use my blending brush to blend it all out. I love this brush. It's Blank Canvas F24. So I haven't done her eyelids with foundation because that's going to be an eye base on them, and then underneath her eyes I use an under eye concealer. I'm just using my brush and just going around and around and really buffing that foundation into the skin because I want the foundation to move with Aoibh's skin, you know, when she laughs and everything, so that she doesn't get lines here or lines here.
So the more you do this, the less that'll happen.
Yeah, because the thicker your foundation is, the thicker your foundation is, the more likely it is to crease because it can't move with your skin. When I buff something into her skin, I'm also loosening the coverage. If I wanted the full coverage, I'd be more dabbing it so that I'm not moving the product around. For under her eyes, I'm going to use this product here, Shiseido Sheer Eye Zone Corrector. I'm just going to pop it underneath the eye and I'm bringing it up into here because this colour, it's slightly peachy, so it cancels out any bluey tones. The number of this is 103. I'm just using this little brush and I'm just patting it on just to blend it in. So lately what I've been using to contour when it's sunny out again is this. It's called Next to Nothing Face Colour. It's from MAC as well. So I've been using this. I just put it on my hand. So I'm just going to go right along her cheekbone. And then I'm also going to go around her hairline. So I'm just going to go right underneath her jawline, and then that just brings that bit in as well. It just helps create a shadow, but you need to make sure that you really blend it in. And again, I don't want to move this product around. I just want to blend it in. And it just gives a really natural bronze to the skin. You can also use your foundation brush that you just used if you find that that one's not big enough, fluffy enough to blend it out. So I'm going to apply the Cocoa Brown Golden Goddess. I'm going to use that as her highlighter, but I'm going to mix it with this one from Essence because I really like it, but it's very light and I want Aoibh to be more golden. I'm going to dip into this one first. And then into the Golden Goddess, you only need the tiniest bit. I'm just going to apply it onto the top of her cheekbone. When I'm applying this, I just really tap it into the skin because this is an oil. The oil, you don't want the oil to move around the product underneath, because then it will start to look mucky because the foundation is starting to mix in with it really lightly. I bring it right up in the C shape. I love a sheen down the centre of the nose. I think it looks really nice. And I haven't set her face yet with powder because I put my highlighter on first because I feel when your skin is a bit wet, the highlighter stands out more. I also put it on top of the lip here. I'm going to set her face now. I'm going to use this Laura Mercier powder. It's a translucent powder and it's so good. That will remove any wetness from the skin and make sure that the foundation stays on the skin all day. I don't apply it on her highlighter because I don't want to take down any shine from that. I would put loads of powder. You know, if you're going out for the day and you want it to last. and I let that all sink in, and then I brush it off. And then I don't put that much on the forehead, I kind of just sweep it across the forehead. And then for underneath her eyes, I obviously use a smaller brush because it's a small area, and I put quite a lot on. Baking is where you actually put like look straight for me. You put loads underneath your eyes and you let it sit there for a while, like a few minutes, and then you brush it off. But honestly, it makes such a difference. But you can like feel the tightness, can't you?
I was just gonna say I can feel it.
Yeah. So to fill in Aoibh's brows, I'm going to use an Ingloss gel liner. This is number 90. I'm just taking it on a small angled brush, and I'm not going to change Aoibh's shape at all. I'm literally just going to fill in her gap. So here, a lot of people have this as well. It's dipped arch, so it kind of goes down like that. So I'm just going to round that off a bit more. So I only have like a tiny bit on my brush, and I'm starting at the end, and I always do little strokes. And I like doing little ones as well because I like to mimic brow hairs. I want her hair to still have texture in it so it looks like her brow hairs. Oops, I went a tiny bit too down. I'll fix that after. You want to keep it as natural as possible. So I would never pick up product and put it straight on the front of her brow, because with the front of the brow you want to leave it as bare as you possibly can, because you don't want that like block. You want that to be really natural at the front and then more defined on the end. So I always do the end first, and then whatever is left I run through the front of the brow. Once her brow is done, then I always conceal around the brow. Just make sure the shape is perfect. By conceal, I don't mean I'm using the concealer, I just mean that I'm straightening it up and defining it a tiny bit more. I'm just using her foundation, the foundation I used on her face. So I'm literally just going underneath where we just were. I'm just going to define the top of the brow as well, a tiny bit. Okay, so both of her brows are done now. I'm just going to wipe away all that excess powder. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit more bronzer, powder bronzer this time. Just to add a tiny bit more warmth to the face. So this one is from MAC and it's called Dark Deep. I really like it. And then I'm going to go along her forehead again. And make sure you go up into the hairline so that you don't have any white. I'm going to use the P. Louise base. Really important to put a base down on your eyes for something, for your shadows to have something to stick to. So I'm just blending it out with an Ingloss 4SS brush. I don't use a powder to set my eyeshadow base because I like it to be tacky so that your colours stand out more. I'm just pressing in and in and in and in and in. In and in and in and in and in. For her eyeshadow, I'm going to use this, the bronzer I used on her face, Dark Deep from MAC. I'm just taking it on a fluffy blender brush and I'm just going on the outer corner of the eye and into the centre. You don't have to be too precise, you just want it really blended, really. So I always apply with this blender brush and then I use the even bigger one to blend it out like really into the skin. I always lift the brow up here and that shows off your arch a bit more so you can see where to go in.
So you're literally just using the bronzer?
Yeah. Yeah, I love bronzer for a blending colour because a blending colour is something that needs to be close to your skin because that's what's going to blend all the other colours into. I'm just using Cosby, this brush, because it's so big, blends things out really nicely. Now obviously if you had black on the eyes and dark colours you wouldn't use it. It's literally just when I'd only have this colour on the lid. It's a crown brush, C529, I love it. This is the brush I use for underneath her eyes to bake. I'm going to use this colour from Ingloss. I actually just smashed it just before we started filming. It's number 157. It's really nice gold. I'm going to mix it a tiny bit in with the highlighter we used because I want it to kind of match in with her highlighter. But anytime you're applying, like packing colour onto the lid, you always want to use a flat brush. If you're blending colour, then you want to use a fluffy brush. Oh, it's such a nice colour. And then underneath the eye, I'm going to use the bronzer again. But I'm just going to finish off her eyes by highlighting her tear duct. Same colours, more of the lighter one, because we want it to be really bright and stand out. And this really brightens up the eye. It honestly makes such a difference to your eye look. Well, I'm just going to apply a cream colour to her waterline and that just really brightens up her eye. If you have small eyes, this is a good trick for making them look bigger. Okay, so this eye has it and then this one doesn't. It makes such a difference, doesn't it? Like this eye looks so much bigger. Now the best time, lash time. Lashes, I think they just completely transform a look. I just think they're so important. I love like seeing the before and after of a lash. The lashes we're using are obviously
BiaBelle.
This is our box. It's so
Ooh, look
pretty.
at that shine.
And then when you open this is what it looks like in the box. And we're going to use Cali. So this just pops out. We always keep our lashes in here. You don't even really need this. It's good to keep it so they hold their shape. But if you like throw this away and you forget to, when you take your lashes off, store them all in here. Like I have like 10 lashes in mine, and it just keeps them safe and makes sure that they don't get squished. So basically you always want to make sure your lash has that semicircle shape. You don't want it to be straight because your eye isn't straight. So the first step is to measure the eye, measure the lash to the eye. So just look down, and I just want to see how much I have to cut off the end of the lash. Step 2 is to cut the lash. It's never really that much, just a snippet off the end. Step 3 is to re-measure. So after you've cut the lash, then make sure that it then fits the eye, and it does. Step 4 is to apply your glue. So the glue I'm using is Duo Glue. I just pump a tiny bit of the glue and then just cover the lash band. You only need a thin layer and just evenly spread. Step 5 is to let the glue dry. So it's so important to let the lash glue dry so that it goes a bit tacky. It would be so much easier to apply your lash then. If you apply it straight onto the eye, the glue is going to be really wet, and that's when it's going to start to slide around the eye and it's not sticking in the inner corner or the outer corner. So you need to let it dry and get really tacky and sticky, and then when you apply it on, it won't move. Let it dry for about a minute. I just love Cali for during the day because they're not too long. They do give a bit of length to your lashes, but they're not super long, they're not super thick, they're really fluffy and light. Like you cannot feel them when they're on. We named these Cali after California because we just thought like beachy, sunny.
That's why we always say they're the perfect summertime lash.
So I'll hold it in the centre, look down. I place it on the middle of the lash first, then on the outer corner, and then the inner corner last. Just in case you need to move the lash. So that's the difference, that's the before and after. Obviously this side has the Cali on and then this side doesn't. Like it just makes such a difference to your eyes.
But they're still not over the top.
Yeah. I always apply the mascara before your lashes. That just makes sure that no mascara gets on the lashes. Because when mascara gets on the false lashes, that's when they start to go hard and they look spidery and it takes away their wispiness. So always mascara before. Just like a quick coat to make sure your natural lashes are jet black. Then apply your lashes, and then if you find that they're your natural lashes, you can see the difference between your natural lashes and your falsies, then just put like a coating of mascara like right at the root to just join them. But don't ever like put mascara all through the lashes because then it just ruins the lash. I'm going to do her lips now, and I'm going to do a nude, brownie nude kind of colour. This is literally my favourite lip liner ever, and it's called Strip Down by MAC. It's a lovely just brownie natural kind of a nude. So I'm going to overline Aoibh's lips, and I only overline in the centre. On the edges you would always join back into your natural lip line because it just looks way more natural then. The lipstick I'm going to use is Myth from MAC. It's a really nice nude, beigey nude, and I'm just applying mainly in the centre, and then I just kind of brush the excess to the outer edges. This colour is quite light, so you do have to make sure that your lip liner is blended into it. So I'm just literally just blending with my lip liner a tiny bit more. Lastly, to the lips I'm going to add a lip gloss. Oh, this is literally my favourite lip gloss ever. It's so nice. It's from Essence. It's so glossy, so it makes your lips so shiny. I have it on me now as well. I'm going to apply this to Aoibh's lips, mainly in the centre again. And then I just brush off the excess to the outer corners. I always make sure that I cover the whole lip. We're finished everything now. I'm just gonna put some Fix Plus on her, and this will make the foundation again look more like skin. So it takes away any powdery look on the skin and really makes the skin nice and dewy.
Say skin again. It's from MAC as well.
It's MAC, yeah, MAC Fix Plus. Just gonna close the eyes. I always block the eyes if I can.
Oh, that feels amazing. It's so refreshing.
It's so nice. Your skin does look really wet at first, but don't worry because that will all dry in. I'm just going to put a bit of that Golden Goddess oil on her collarbones and like the sides of her shoulders. So just put your shoulders forward, yeah?
Forward?
Yeah. And that just brings them out so I know where to put it. And I just put it along here. I just put it in between the cleavage. And with any extra, I just blend it out. This is the finished look. These are my lashes. I'm wearing Cutie today.
So we hope you enjoyed our little summer look tutorial. But on it is a junior. And I don't know about you, but I actually learned so much.
I feel like every time we talk about makeup you learn something.
Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments. We'll get back to you. And you can also follow us on our Instagram page, which will be linked in the description. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.
Bye!